This is the Eclectic News Network. My name is Brian, and I am here today on Monday, June 15th, 2020, and this is Today in the News. So, on the market front, Dow went down a little bit, even though it was actually up a little bit, so went up about 100 some points, even though pre-day trading was actually down over 1,000 points. Has to do something with the plunge protection team, I'm sure. Also, too, some other things to look at here as well. In the, of course, COVID-19 pandemic, or if you want to call it plandemic, what's going on is they're saying there's a resurgence in cases. Now, this is something that's really interesting to me because I see cases out there. However, there's not as many deaths. Now, the deaths have gone down. However, the cases have pretty much, the 21-day rolling average is around 18 to 20,000 cases. Now, the thing is, a lot of these people might be asymptomatic. There might be some issues. I mean, like I said, again, I've always said for selective quarantining, not to, put the elderly, maybe people that have compromised immunities, things like that. That's the most important age group in selective quarantine. I think it's probably one of the best things that you can do. But no, they're already showing that surges in coronavirus outbreaks hit West Virginia churches. Oh no. Walmart looks to remove all cashiers from stores. Fox News, New York, Channel 5. Basically, Walmart looks to remove all cashiers from stores. This is from Fox 5 in New York. Walmart says it's an attempt to see if checkout times are faster while limiting human interaction in the age of the coronavirus. You know what that is. You got it. It has nothing to do with coronavirus. It has nothing to do with death or numbers or anything like that. It has to do with the economy going into the greatest depression we've ever seen, and people are totally blind to it. They don't need people anymore. They have robots. They have people out there that can do the job. They have the self-checkout lines. If you go to any of these stores out there, there's only like 1 or 2 registers actually by a man person anyways. So, like I said, to sit there and say that, it's not going to be something where people will be losing their jobs. Yeah, right. What else do we got here? Why second shutdown could be worse than the first. They're already talking about a second shutdown. I've got news for you. You can't shut down again. You're insane. That's committing financial suicide. What is wrong with you people? Number one, the second quarter GDP comes out, in 2 weeks? June 30th? It's probably going to be negative 40%. Although you have some people, wealth managers. I was on this one YouTube this morning. This genius. He's a wealth partner. Guy manages $200 million in assets. Well, I feel bad for those people. They might want to get out of those assets, saying that the recession will be over on July 9th, 2020. Actually, the dollar probably go down another 10% by July 9th, but at least the stock market will be up, right? That's what matters. So asset prices are increasing, even though there was a big drop last week on one day for 1,900 points. It still doesn't matter. You can raise the stock market to 50,000, to 100,000, to $1 million. But if the dollar's only worth on the USDX market, 90, it's right now at 96.53. It was at pretty much 103 during the pandemic when they lowered rates to 0. So it's not going to really matter at that point. These people don't realize that. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to kill the dollar to prop the stock market up. And the real economy, these wealth managers have no clue how it really works. The real economy. I'm talking about people that are just like you or me, average schmoes out there, that are working 2 or 3 jobs just to get by. It's going to affect the people that are elderly the worst and people on fixed incomes. And it's just squeezing the little guy, even a little bit more. And you wonder what's going on around the world and why everything is the way it is. Yes, it has to do with a death of a man that was choked. I get that. It was wrong. But this country was already having issues prior to the coronavirus epidemic. It was just the match that lit it was the coronavirus, and gasoline was a race riot. Personally, I think that they're using this race riot or this so-called police brutality on a lot of these people to kind of distract people from a lot of the COVID cases being double marked. I've talked to nurses I know that actually said that, yeah, they're labeling every case a COVID case. Why? Well, hey, Medicare gets almost $30-some thousand per patient. They get almost up to $1 million if they die. It's great business. Why wouldn't you do it? Yeah, label every one of them. Yeah, COVID, car crash, COVID. Put them on a ventilator, even though they just was in a car crash. Do you really want to go to the emergency room right now, knowing what they have out there? These people are vulture capitalists at the hospital level. A lot of these hospitals are now owned by private equity groups. And don't even give me this crap where they care. They just care about you. They don't give a shit about you. You know what that is?
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
You got it. Grow up, people. Stop acting like people love you and people, trusting people. Yes, you have your family, you have God. But stop being so damn gullible. It's really embarrassing. What else? So it's from CNN. It's an outcome no one wants, but it could become a harsh reality. A second wave of shutdowns. Weeks after lifting stay-at-home orders, some states are seeing record numbers of hospitalizations from COVID-19 as thousands more Americans get infected every day. We're going to have to face the harsh reality that in some states we may need to shut down again, says Dr. Jonathan Reiner, a professor at George Washington University School of Medicine. He's a doctor, but he's not even practicing. He's a professor. Hey, professor, I got a question for you. Why are they labeling COVID cases twice? Why are they sticking asymptomatic cases into nursing homes, killing the old people? Can you tell me that, Junior? You got any answer for that, Junior? There's going to be a second wave of lockdowns, and it's going to crush this economy even further. And it's all going to plan. I already know the end game, and I already know what it's going to be, but I'm not going to say it now because some people aren't going to be able to stomach it. You've got people out here in Broadview Heights literally peeing on bushes right in front of the apartments in broad daylight, no respect whatsoever, and basically just laughing about it. Whatever happened to respect? Whatever happened to children actually having the authority of both parents? That's your issue. It's not about race. It's about the moral character and how somebody was raised. That's the real issue. Not all, but most. You know it. I know it. At the end of the day, they know it. Social unrest. Ooh. About to get much worse. Congress fears. Yeah, you want to know why? That $600 bonus that they're just, the money printer go brrrr. Well, that's going to be ending on July 30th of this year. So the $600 payment will be out. They're not going to be renewing it. They can't afford to do so. That's going to create more unrest. And they're right in saying that. But they shouldn't be the ones fearing that. And it's actually good that the government's fearing that, because when you have government that fears, there's actually liberty. Which kind of surprises me. But they could be playing possum, who knows? Cops quitting across the country. That's a new one. EndOfAmericanDream.com article. Police officers are quitting all over America because of their jobs, because of the protests. Even during the best of times, being a police officer in one of America's major cities is extremely stressful. These are definitely not the best of times. In 2020, the entire profession has become a target for vast nationwide outpouring of anger and hatred. It doesn't matter if you're a good officer or a bad officer because everyone is being lumped together. Every single person puts on a police uniform and understands that they are putting their lives on the line every day. All over the U.S., police officers are being attacked, targeted for violence, and I can't even imagine what it's like to be able to let your guard down because someone can assault at any moment. This is, and I'm not saying police don't have their own problems. I'm not saying police are angels, but number one, you reform the police. You change your uniforms to blue uniforms instead of black. It's less intimidating. Number two, stop the anti-terror Israeli chokeholds that shouldn't be any police manual. That was in the Minneapolis police manual. Stop doing that and bring back law and order. Because the thing is if we do not stand up, and I'm talking about white men, I'm talking about black men, Hispanic men, Asian men, don't stand up to this, you're going to see South Africa. Because bowing down to it, kneeling and all that stuff is not going to work. Just appeasing them doesn't work. They're going to take more and more. What they understand is force. I'm not calling for violence, but what I am calling for is people to stand up and speak the truth in love. Not in hate, but in love. Because that is the most important thing. Not by violence, but a lot of these people you can't even talk to because they're so brain damaged. They don't have the IQ that, got them that far. They weren't breastfed. I don't know, whatever excuse you want to make. But even so, the thing is that when you play a victim all the time, it doesn't get you anywhere. It's about overcoming the struggle. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something right now. I have more satisfaction of going through the struggle than something handed to me. How's that? Take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. But it's going all around, and this is just a prelude to what to come. And right now, what we're living through is one of the worst times in American history. Monuments being taken down. Everybody being called racist if you don't agree with them. Logic is a menace, and truth is an enemy, as Rod Sterling once said. And the obsolete man that came out back in 1961 holds true today. Essential worker this. Well, everybody else is just not essential. Don't be a brainwashed zombie. Think for yourself. Talk to people. And don't put up with the...
Warning, bullshit alert.
You got it. Stay safe. And the most important thing is be honest with yourself. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you.